What's up, everybody? Welcome to Brick House Garage. If you haven't been here before, like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to organize your toolbox today for under $30. Here's how you're going to do it. All right, let's get this started. The key to the hack is right now Harbor Freight's running a coupon, and it is buy any 5 items for 30% off. So today we're just going to concentrate on organizing your toolbox with that coupon. There's also another one coming up at the end of the month that's going to be 10 items that are under $10 for 30% off, and we're going to get some garage essentials in there. So the first thing we're going to do is organize our socket set. I usually use these guys, these little sliding roller ones. They're really good, except once they get down in the toolbox, you can't tell what socket's what. So you gotta kind of use your judgment and be like, this gotta be 14 and it's 12. So now I gotta go up to, this gotta be 14. All right, that's 14. So that takes a minute. You don't wanna waste that time, especially every single time you go to your cart. So we got these guys, they got nice big lettering. Unlike the ones with the tall studs that have it on the top of the stud, you're going to be able to read this from a distance easily without like squinting or trying to dig around. I really like this setup. You got your 1/4 inch drive, your 3/8 drive, your 1/2 inch drive. You're going to have empties when you use these. So you're going to just kind of cover up that tip with like a red paint marker so you know that nothing goes there, or you can go and onesie twosie kind of fill in the rest of it. But I'm just going to use my red dot trick. We use it in the military for our CTK or composite toolkits all the time. So I'm good with that. So I use these guys, and I used to use these guys, but they take up a ton of room. They're magnetic, so they're awesome to have around, but we're going to switch to these. So both sets of these, you're looking at, they retail for $9. They're going to go for $7 after the coupon, so you got 14 bucks in this. I was going to buy wrench racks so that I can mount them up on the back wall of the cart, but then the wrench racks were about $7, and then this whole setup was $7.49. So I get a whole new set of wrenches. I take my other ones, put them in my big box for extras, or you know, if you got some guys, like I like to give tools to my troops to get them inspired into working on cars. So say you want to give that set away or give this set away and move your good wrenches over to this. The good thing about this is it kind of wedges the tool in there. It's not going to fall out on you, and if you keep the tops that it comes with, that covers the centers so they don't steal them, you can actually just clip that thing back in and then close the lid of your cart and then, you know, roll it out of your way for some more space or use it as counter space. I used to use these Ulsa ones. They kind of, they're only held in by one little tab, so you bump them, they fall off all the time. It's kind of a pain. So we're going to try these. We're going to mount them on the back wall. And these sets, like I said, $7.49 standard. After coupon, you're looking at $5. So $5, you got a 9-piece wrench set for metric, and then $5, $5.24. So $5, and you got a metric set as well. So you got $10 here. All right, this is their wire plier rack. So the wire plier rack is really good because you can kind of just like set them all up. You can see the ends real easy. You got your handles up in here, holds them tight. I've been using that thing for a long time. Right now it retails for $7.99, so same deal. You're going to be looking at probably like $5 for this guy. So you got $5 here, you got $10 for 2 wrench sets, and you got $14, almost $15 for your sockets. So your grand total is going to be around $30, which is a steal, especially to get organized and save yourself time. So we're going to put all this stuff in the cart, and I'm going to show you us doing it. All right, so to make these things fit the way we want them to fit is we're going to have to cut these tabs off that are on the end of the organizers just to make a little bit more space so we can lay them in there just the way we want. So I'm going to do that right now, and we're going to go press on. go nice and flush. We don't have to worry about them banging into each other or taking up an extra ½ inch. Let's go over to the box. All right, now we're over at the service cart. I've cleaned out the main area and I kind of wiped it down. I've had this cart for a long time, so there was a lot of grime and stuff in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to lay out all the socket organizers and then that rack for my pliers and make sure we got everything kind of gelling, easy to see, and then we'll go back behind. We'll use some self-tappers, drill them down, drill some holes, put some bolts in there to kind of keep them sliding around. So let's get started. We're going to do our big guys. We want them up top. So try to figure out which ones are your biggest ones. And this one's taller than this one, so we're going to put that all the way over. So we'll put that there. Set this guy right here kind of lined up. These two are different lengths. So I want to try to squeeze this one in right behind that. So we'll pull this up so that it's level with that one. We're going to slide in our 1/4 inch drive right here. Kind of tuck it all the way up against. Then we got our 3/8 and our 3/8. I use metric a lot more for the Camaro. So I'm going to put that guy closer to the top. And we're going to hug them both up against our 1/4 inch drives. Slide everything over. So that's how we're going to lay it out. So we got our 3/8 drive standard, 3/8 metric. We got our 1/4 drive standard. We got our metric 1/4 drive. We also got our ½ inch drive for our standard, and then we got our ½ inch drive for our metric. Now we're going to try to put that wire rack in here and see how it works out. I'm guessing it should be pretty good. Yeah, we're going to slide it in right there. And we'll just butt it up against the back for right now. And we'll start populating some pliers. Get some stuff in here. So one thing I do not know where I'm going to put it yet, as far as where its home's going to be, it's going to be I'm losing a lot of these guys, but I think what I'm going to do is I might cut that rack off and make room for 2 of these. Without the battery, maybe I can get both of them up there. If not, I think we might just do like some tubes sticking up. So I'm going to work on that. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got all our stuff in our cart. We got all our sockets in here. We got our brackets. What I did was I just took a self-tapper and I put it in each corner of these racks to make sure they're not going anywhere. With the wire rack, we're not going to be able to put a self-tapper through anything on this. So what I use Commercial Electric. These zip ties, they last forever. They're strong as heck. And what you want to do is, when you use them, you want to run them through with this side facing whatever you're mounting. So if you run it this way, you're mounted that way, this tab's going to be in your way. If you use a pair of flush cut pliers, it'll nip it off perfectly level for you. And then you won't have to worry about it sticking out the edge. Also, if you use these guys on cars and stuff like that, do the right thing. Use a pair of flush cut pliers, because what it's going to do is it's not going to leave an edge for the next guy to cut his hand on, which I've been burned before on. So we used 2 of these. We just screwed down that rack. I took 2 pieces of PVC, just kind of cut them on an angle to fit my 3/8 Milwaukee ratchets on. So I love these things. I got some bad hands just from working on aircraft for the last 17 years. So anytime I don't have to squeeze something to turn a wrench, man, that's a win. So we got our $10 wrenches mounted up here. This is a piece of just angled bracket with some slots in it that I found in my scrap pile. I had taken it off a toolbox I bought on Marketplace. You can buy it at any hardware store. And just take a step bit, drill in the holes to make them so they accept whatever you're trying to put in there, like your ratchets or your extensions. We got our drills on the side here. We're going to do a full review of this cart. This thing's like 130 bucks at Harbor Freight. You do a little better on a coupon or something like that, but bang for your buck. I use this thing more than anything. I have giant toolboxes around here that have tons of tools in it. Anytime I have essentials, I try to find a home for it on this cart because you can just roll it over to your projects. Sometimes I'm working on stuff over in the other garage, in the house garage, and I really wish I had another one of these setups, but I just use my Cobalt little grab and go. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have subscribed already, go find me 2 friends to subscribe. We're at a little over 60 subscribers. We're gonna try to hit 100 by the end of the month, maybe the week if we're lucky. Tune in Sunday night. I'm gonna do a tutorial. The track got closed this weekend, so we don't have racing at Big Country Raceway here in Abilene. So we just had a lot of rain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over tires and rims, and we're going to go over back spacing. We're going to go over unsprung weight versus sprung weight, why you want to go to a lighter tire or a lighter rim and a thicker sidewall. Just if you're taking your car to the track and you're on 22s with rubber bands on them, you're probably not getting the traction that you could be getting. So we're going to tell you when to switch over and why to switch over. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for your support so far. Like I said, we're over 60 viewers. We're going to hit 100 so we can get our own URL for Brick House Garage. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.